Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry now. This is Hill. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Here's the 6th-round pick from Oklahoma, Rodney Anderson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
6-6, pull it high. No. Check 99.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Dalton gives to Bernard. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
He's checking. Hey, exit. Switch. Watch, handy.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Bullock's kick is good, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Jacksonville.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Watch 25. I got tripped this side. I got tripped this side. You got 3.
Throw left side, complete to Ross. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 36, Dalton. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Dalton able to hit Ross. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And a stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Get out the field, defense. You go tight. You got tight.
And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Under.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Here's Foles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Yeah, let's go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Foles. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 6. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got
the Bengal pressure, gets him that time, down he goes. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check. Hey.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Foles. Complete to his tight end, Seth the Valve. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They run the draw here with Pumphrey.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Go!
Foles. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Good work, man. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Bernard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Dalton. Smith catches left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On On second down, Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Johnson, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Dalton now to pass. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ballgame. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Bernard. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On first down, Bernard. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Bullock will put this one through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Andy Dalton. Caught Eifert over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Andy Dalton now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
when you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down now, Bernard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing, Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Dalton. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And Dalton to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They run with Pumphrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They start the drive with Anderson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down.
44, Mike.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Andy Dalton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now a toss play to Bernard. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a second and 3. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Calais Campbell on the stop. Third down from the gun, Dalton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 16. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and...
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On second down, it's Anderson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Johnson, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back back into the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run for it with Anderson. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Rodney Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will extend this big lead.
Jaguars 3. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Man left. 3 down.
Sound. Hey, sound one.
Here's Foles. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Foles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the 39, Foles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting to tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Yes.
Watch the out. Kill.
On 3rd down, here's Hill. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside. and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Bengals take
Get
over
ready,
first
get
and
ready,
10
get ready.
at their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
A gain of 7, but it's 4th down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. A big